Hello, my name is Andrea Otto. You can call me Andrea, and I'll be your case manager today.
Okay, thank you.
It says here that your name is Anita Summers. What would you like me to call you?
Anita, it's fine. Anita's fine.
Okay. Well, before we get started, I would like to have you tell me about yourself.
Well, I am married, soon to be single, I hope. And I have 3 kids, Chrissy, Jennifer, and Nicholas.
And how old are they?
Well, Nicholas is 3, Jennifer's the oldest, she's 12, and Chrissy's 9.
Um, what do you like to do in your free time?
Well, I don't have a lot of free time. 3 kids really wear me out. I have a lot to do, and if it's not done right, then I get in trouble with my husband. He is always angry when he gets home. So I have to make sure everything is put away perfectly. The kids are quiet when he comes in, or else there's going to be problems.
In the few minutes that you do have free time, what do you like to do?
Mainly just sit down in a chair and just relax and close my eyes. When I get that time, I just want to relax with just peace and quiet, nothing going on around me.
That's good. What is your occupation?
I'm a homemaker right now. I don't work anywhere.
You just watch your kids?
Right. I'm not allowed to work outside the home.
I can only imagine how you must feel. Well, before we get started, I would like to clarify how this session will work. First, we'll talk for about a half an hour or so, and then I'll take what's called a thinking break, where I will leave for a few minutes and think about what we've talked about, and then I'll come back with some feedback, okay?
Okay, that sounds okay.
And I would also like to tell you that this session is confidential, so it's just between me and you, unless I feel that you could harm yourself or somebody else, okay?
Okay.
What brought you in here today?
Well, I had my kids taken away from me for a couple of days because of domestic abuse. And they told me they had to take my kids to a safe place because I wouldn't leave my husband.
What kind of abuse was it?
He would hit me, and if things in the kitchens, like my canned vegetables weren't all lined up in a row, or if I didn't have the kitchen all clean and dinner on the table for him got home, he'd be really angry and he'd hit me, or he'd just slap me around. And then it got to where if I didn't have the kids quiet and in their rooms or quietly doing their homework or playing, then he would get mad and he would get angry and he'd try to hit the kids, and I'd try to stop him, and then I would get hit, and then I'd tell the kids to run into the room and try to protect them, and then just more things would escalate from there. So they took my kids for a few days, so I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do. That's why I'm here.
So he's abused the kids as well?
He's hit them a few times. Not really hard, but he's hit them a few times and pulled their arms, something like that.
So you came here today because you need some help in figuring out what to do since your kids were taken away and there's been violence in them.
Yeah, I don't really know how to leave him, because if I go, he's gonna find me. If I take money out of the bank, he'll know. And if I have my car, he knows how to locate it. There's many things that he knows how to find me, and I'm scared to go away, because he's gonna find me and then he's gonna hurt me or my kids. So I don't know what to do.
What have you tried so far?
Well, I tried to always keep everyone calm and quiet. I've tried to ask my friend, and then he would get in an argument with her when she would help me try to go somewhere, and he would follow me and bring me all back and all the kids, and then it'd start all over again. And then I tried going to the church and asking for help there, and they gave me some places, but I was a little afraid to go there because I don't really know who might be there that might hurt my kids there. I'm too afraid to go out without him knowing, and then he finding out, and then he coming after me. And then it's going to get worse and worse, and more that I walk away or run away or try to leave. He just finds me and brings me back, and then it gets worse.
So you have tried leaving before?
I have. I tried one time, and I got outside the city to a friend's house, and he knew some of my friends, and he started asking people and checking around, and he found me. He found me, and it was at nighttime, and he pulled me right out of their house. He came just banging on their door, and they were trying to keep me safe, and he just pushed my friend out of the way, and he came and he got me, and he got the kids, and just tore us out of that house and took us home. And I was just scared because I didn't want to have my friends hurt. I didn't want to have my kids or me hurt anymore. And so I'm just a little afraid to do anything more, because I'm afraid he's gonna find me. He'll find out. There's so many ways he will find out, and he'll come after me again. So I don't know if I should leave. And then they told me today that they were taking my kids because I didn't leave him. And I still love him because he's such a good guy when he isn't drinking. And he's nice to me a lot of the time. It's just when he's drinking or if he's really stressed, then he gets angry.
Well, I can see that you have tried, and that's really good that you've tried leaving. And so he's only mad and violent when he's drinking or if he's really stressed?
Yeah. Most of the time.
So what do you do when he's not that way? Do you have family time or anything? Is it less stressful situation when he's not drinking or when he's less stressed?
It's better when he's not drinking. But if we are having a good day, having a family day, just going out to the lake or something, so the kids could go swimming, then he'll start getting a beer or something and start drinking. And that's happening all over again. We had such a good day, and then it ends up ruined because he starts to drink, and then he gets worse and worse, and then it becomes violent. And then the kids are afraid to be around him, and they go in the rooms and hide sometimes. They're so scared.
So you've had a somewhat exception to this situation that you're in when you go to the park and the kids can start having some fun.
Yes. And that might be maybe once or twice a month we get to do that. It's when he has the free time and he wants to take us somewhere, then he'll go.
Well, at least he tries sometimes.
Yeah.
Has he ever emotionally abused you?
You mean like what if he calls me stupid? Or if he tells me I'm worthless?
Mm-hmm.
That's only usually when he's really stressed.
But you said before he's only abusive when it's stressed or drinking. So he's emotionally and physically abusive.
Yeah, but I just think it's because he's stressed and he just needs to let off steam, so he doesn't really mean it. Sometimes I just try to ignore it and I go away and go find something else to do and pretend that I didn't hear anything. That makes it better sometimes. It's kind of just quiet and just go away.
That's good. Have you ever tried escaping the situation just by going into another room before you can see him start to get upset?
I've done that. But sometimes he'll call me out, and if I don't come out, then he's starts banging on the door and yelling through the door and hollering at me, and he'll do it for hours. He'll just get angrier and angrier. So I have to go day by day, because there's some days that he will just let me go, and it's okay. But there's some days that he'll come after me through the door, be hollering and banging on the door, and just get louder and louder and worse. It sounds like he's going to come through the door. And I just makes me afraid, and I can't get to my kids, and I don't know where my kids are and what they're doing out there, and so I try not to go and hide away. I just don't know what to do anymore. It just seems to get worse and worse. And I've tried to have him maybe relax and just sit down, and I would bring him something to eat and just try to comfort him. And he'll hit me away and call me stupid idiot, or he'll cuss at me or something. And so I try to figure out what he's going to do next, and I have to just play it by ear, pretty much.
How have you coped in those kinds of situations when you present?
Sometimes if my kids are in the other room, I'll go in there and I'll just try to comfort them. Or if they're sleeping and I'm trying to keep everything quiet and hidden so that they don't hear me cry, I try to go in another room and I just cry in pillows and blankets so that no one can hear me cry.
When your husband is at work, what do you do then?
Well, I know I have a lot of things to do around the house once the kids are at school. I have my 3-year-old, and I try to make sure he's taken care of and try to have fun with him during the day. And then when he's down for his nap, I usually try to get a lot of the housework done and get it done before he gets home. So it's all done and ready before he gets there, and I have dinner all ready and planned and waiting for him when he gets home, so he isn't angry.
Is there things you like to do for kids maybe, and you can get some of that housework done before
If we have time, sometimes we'll watch a little TV show together, or we'll play a game together, sorry. And but it just depends on if there's a lot of work to do, a lot of things. I can't play a game. I have to do a lot of ironing, which takes a long time, because he doesn't like wrinkles in his clothes. So I have to make sure they're all ironed and hung right. And it has to be done by color. He's very particular about that. And if the bathroom's not cleaned right, I have to make sure that's done just right. So there's not a lot of time for me and my kids, and I just feel like that time with me is just going away. They're growing up without a mom or a dad, because I'm always making sure that the house is taken care of and he's fed when he gets home, so he's not angry at the kids, and I don't have much time with him. And I don't want to see that anymore like that. And that's why I want help, because I want to have more time with my kids and give them a fun life, and not have all this chaos that's surrounding them.
Well, how were you able to make the appointment and come today?
I had my friend make the appointment for me, because I was afraid that if I did and he found out, I'd be getting hit. he'd hit me, he'd really hurt me. He found out, because then he'd know that I was getting ready to leave or do something. And so I had my friend do that for me, and then say that I went shopping for groceries, so he didn't know.
Where is Nicholas?
I had my neighbor watch him for me, so that I could come, and then I'll go pick him up, because the other two kids, being their school age, they took them yesterday, and they said that they would bring Nicholas back today, and so as long as I had a babysitter, so I could come in here today, that they would let him come back to me, and then the other kids they'll bring back to me after the school day, and I can have them back.
That's good. How do you feel about your kids coming back?
Well, I want them back very much, but I'm afraid for them. But I don't want them taken away from me. I want them all the time with me. And I just don't know how to leave him and be able to have my kids with me, because I love them so much. And I don't know what I'd do without them. They're part of me. And I would be so lost if they took them away from me forever. And that's why I wanna leave him. I'm finally ready. This has been going on for years and years, and it's too long now. And I'm ready to go. I need to get out of here.
How have you coped for that long?
You just have to. You do whatever you can to keep the peace. And you just move on to the next day and the next day. And all of a sudden it ends up being years, and you don't realize that you've been in that situation, because you just have to handle it in whatever way you can to live there and try to make peace.
Well, I know before kids are taken away, the investigators from Department of Children's Services usually comes to see if the children are safe, and if there has been maltreatment, and if they're in services the family needs, so that there won't be any more maltreatment before the children are taken from the home. Has that happened?
Somebody came over to my house, but I don't know about maltreatment. I don't know if you call him hitting them, on the side of the head or pulling their arm is that bad.
Do you remember them talking to the kids by themselves?
Yeah, and I didn't like it.
What did you not like about it?
Well, I thought they were gonna just put something in their heads and then make them say something to where they would take them away from me. And I didn't want that happening.
You didn't like it because you thought they were putting words in your mouth?
Yeah. They're 9 and 12-year-olds, and of course a 3-year-old really doesn't know what's going on, but 9 and a 12-year-old, they're still young yet. So they could put words in their mouth and turn things around, and I'm just afraid that they're going to try to keep them and not let them come back to me. And they said that they would let me have my baby today, and then the kids this afternoon if I came in here. So that's what I'm waiting on.
So the reason why you came today was because you knew if you did that you would get your kids back?
I'd get my kids back, and I'd maybe learn how to get out of there. I can just leave. I want to go, but if I don't have my kids, what's the use of me living if I don't have my kids? They're my life. I love them.
You've been going on without them for the past couple of days.
And it's been heart-wrenching.
But you've made it so far.
Yeah, but I miss them. They're all I have, and then all I keep thinking is they're in somebody else's house. They don't know who they are, and their mom loves them, and they know that their mom loves them, and yet they can't come home to me. So I think about that all the time, that they've been gone.
They know that they're in a safe place. And that they know that, they love you.
I've heard all about foster care, and I don't know if I think it's a safe place. That's why it worries me, because I think of them being in another situation. You hear the stories.
Have you looked into it? So they could be just stories?
No. Because I don't want my kids in there. Just caught up in the system. And lose track of them, and you just hear all the stories about the safe places they're supposed to be at are not safe places. They're supposed to be with the mother. They're supposed to be with me. That's what I want to do, is why I'm here. I want to get them back, and I want to leave. I want to go. I don't want to stay in this situation. I'm ready. I'm ready to go. I think that it opened my eyes to see that my kids are going to be gone if I don't get out of there. And I don't want to have that situation happen. And that's why I said I want to leave.
That's good that you have your kids to motivate you to help yourself out of this situation. On a scale of 1 to 10, where 1 is not very motivated and 10 is very motivated, how motivated are you to help yourself out of this situation?
Now I'm probably an 8. I really want to go. I just want to make sure it's all safe, and that he's not going to find out that I came in here to talk to you. Can you assure me that it's going to be safe?
Yes, this is for whom you won't know about. What would get you to a 9?
Not only knowing my kids are back, but somebody to help me to get out. There's a support there, that they will help me. I don't have to do it all by myself.
You said earlier that you had went to the church and they had given you some resources. Have you looked into those when your husband was at work?
No, not thoroughly, but I couldn't be gone very long. There was just so many things I had to do, so I only had like 30 minutes at a time that I could go. So if I go today, I want to be able to be helped today. I want somebody to help me today. And I don't have time to go and search out all these places. I just want to be able to leave now and get my stuff and just get out of there.
Well, there is an emergency domestic violence shelter that you could go to in town. Have you thought about that?
I didn't know about it. You sure he's not going to find me there?
No. You won't find either.
You have someone that will come and get me and my kids to take me there? Because he takes the car a lot of the time, so I have no ride over here unless it's my friend. And sometimes they can't even do it. Is there somebody that could take me today over there?
Yes. We can arrange somebody. If you were to wake up tomorrow morning and your life was exactly the way that you're envisioning it to look, what would it look like?
Can you repeat that again?
If you woke up tomorrow morning and your life was exactly the way that you wanted, that you're looking for it to be like, what would it be like?
Being able to just be relaxed and happy and see my kids playing and happy and safe. And just be able to wake up one day and do what I want to do and what my kids want to do, and just have a fun day, and to know we're safe. We don't have to worry about someone coming after us or hurting us anymore.
Have you thought about any goals that you can have? You want a job, you need a house, anything?
I'm definitely going to need a job, because I've got to raise 3 kids by myself, so I'll need to have a job. Right now I haven't thought that far. Farthest I thought was, let me get out of here, go somewhere. I would go to my parents' house, but he would find me there, and then it might hurt my parents if I go there. I don't want him to know where I am. But I do need to get a job and have some support. Right now, that's about as far as I can think. I'm so stressed right now, I can't think of anything more right now. Just, all I can think of is just getting out of here and being safe and getting my kids and knowing that we can be somewhere safe and we can just relax and we can find a safe place to live, and I can get a divorce, and maybe one day I can find somebody that will really love all of us and not be abusive to any of us.
So, let's go with your job. How long in the future do you think you could be in order to get that job?
From the day I
So say
find
like
somewhere
tonight,
safe.
yeah, tonight you go to the shelter, and then you wake up tomorrow. And your goal is to get a job. How long do you think that would take you?
a couple of weeks.
So your goal would be in 2 weeks to get a job?
To try to find a job, yes. Try to get one. But I want to get far away from here. So I'd want to be able to find a place away from this area so he can't find me, and then start somewhere brand new that no one knows us, so we can start all over new.
You want a new home
Yeah,
on the other side of the country?
or out of the state. Doesn't matter. I just want to get away from him. That's why it would take me a few weeks before I find a job. I want to find a location where it will be safe. And then starting the process of the kids in school and maybe getting Nicholas into daycare and get a job that would be something that I can support my kids with. Myself.
What kind of skills do you have?
I like to cook, and maybe I could do something with that.
Mm-hmm. So you think that in 2 weeks or so that you can have a job and a new home?
I hope so. Somebody can help me find something. I haven't worked in a long time, so it might take me a little longer than that. But if someone can help me with the job resources, I think that would be manageable. I think I could do it.
So you need maybe some training?
Yeah, I do. Probably to update all my skills. It's been probably 6-7 years since I've worked, and that's when a lot of it started. He didn't like me working. My husband didn't like me working, and I was gone, and he didn't like that he was having to come home and watch the kids, and it would make him upset. And then I'd get home and I didn't have dinner around, and so I just stopped working. And so I'll be ready to get back into that. And I think that'll be a little easier if someone can help me with the skills to make sure I'm all up to date.
And what about a home? What kind of home are you looking for?
It doesn't matter.
Do you need help in buying one, or just looking to rent?
I just need to rent, and then if I need to move, I can move quickly. So I don't want to have to have a home and then maybe have to sell it because my husband may find me or something. I just want to rent. I don't have any problems then.
Do you know how to do it? Do you need help in learning how to rent, or do you know how to
No,
rent?
I know how to rent, but I know how to go about the process.
Say you went into the shelter tonight, how would that impact you? With your relationship with your husband? Mhm.
Be a lot to have to think over. It's a big step. It's scary. Scary to think about being in there, and you have to start a whole new life all over when you thought that you were going to be able to have that wonderful life with kids and a husband, and it just turned into opposite thing. It turned into a nightmare instead of a dream. I would really have to think over a lot of things, and it's going to be hard because it's all unknown for the last 13, 14 years. And now I just have to up and just cut that part of my life out and start anew. Although I'm ready to have something with all the kids and to start in a place that's safe for them. So I probably won't get a lot of sleep tonight if I go. But if there's someone there for me, I think I'll feel a little better. I know that there's some support there for me.
Have you ever had counseling before?
No.
How would you describe your health?
My health? I'm tired all the time. I'm just up early in the morning. Gotta get the kids off to school. And I got my 3-year-old that is very active and he's up early. And so I'm running a lot during the day. I'm just exhausted. And my husband gets home and I'm always on eggshells. So I'm really stressed because I'm afraid to make him angry at something. So I'm a little afraid. And I feel like I just want to curl up in my bed and just go to sleep forever. I'm so tired, and yeah, I gotta keep going. And I'm always on edge. Nervous. So, but mainly just tired. I think if I find some place that we have safe that I could just lay my head down and get some sleep and get past some of this exhaustion, I think I'll feel a little better.
What health issues have you experienced in the past?
Well, gained a lot of weight. Sometimes I eat because I'm angry or upset at him because of how he's treated me. Sometimes I eat and I'm not even hungry. I don't even know why I eat sometimes. So that's why I'm gaining weight. And then I get headaches a lot. I think it's just maybe stress.
What health issues in the past have you dealt with?
I've had some broken bones. One time that he pushed me down the stairs and I broke my hand. Then I fell and I hurt my knee, and I had to go into the doctor for that. And let's see. I've had bruised ribs. When he's hit me, set on me, and just punched me in the ribs. And I didn't go to the doctor for that one. I didn't want to go because I knew that they would say something. But I was all bruised all over my ribs because he hit me and hit me and hit me in the chest, and I couldn't breathe. He was just sitting on me, choking me. And then one time he choked me so hard that I couldn't speak, so I had to go to the doctor, and my vocal cords were bruised. I had a sprained wrist where he jerked my hand, and it jerked my hand back, and it sprained my wrist. And I had my head knocked into the wall a couple of times, but I didn't go to the doctor for those either, because he'd really get mad at me. So I have to just hide it.
How would you do it?
I just pretend that I walked into a wall, or tripped, or I fell over something, and I did that because I'm a klutz or clumsy. So nobody asked me any questions, because if I hit something, if I hit my back into the wall or on my arm, I just wear long sleeves to cover it up, or a jacket or a sweater or long sleeve shirt. When I sprain my wrist, I just tell them that I dropped something, and it was something heavy, and it pulled my wrist back, and the doctor didn't ask me any other questions. Then when I broke my hand, I just said I tripped and I fell, and I fell down on my hand, and I just had to learn how to hide things over the years. There's many times, so numerous, I can't even say. But a lot of the time, if it's anything on my face, I'll just use makeup. They have makeup where you can hide some things like that. So I try to hide it as good as I can. Or I don't go out so people don't see me until it's pretty much healed. So
the doctors or anybody else would never say anything?
only with my hand, when I broke my hand, they asked how I did it, and I just said that I fell on my hand wrong, and so they didn't ask me twice.
The police were never called?
No, not until the last time when the neighbors called them. And they heard us arguing really loud, and screening, and that's when they found that I had bruised eye and a broken lip, and then he hit me, and so then I didn't press charges, so they couldn't do anything. Because I knew if I knew that if I pressed charges that he would hit me more. He would come after me more. And I would probably not ever see my kids again.
You said that you went to the church before. Are you a part of that church, or you just needed some resources?
I just needed resources.
So you're not a part of any kind of religious activities?
I used to be, not anymore. He gets mad if I try to go to church.
What does your current social supports look like, or your support system?
Well, my neighbor, my friend, and my mom and dad.
Do you have any hobbies that you're good at?
Just cooking. I don't really know many things I like to do anymore. Cooking and art. I like art. Crafts.
Do you have anybody you can talk to when you're feeling upset or anything?
Me, my friend, and my neighbor.
Do you like to do any activities?
I don't get much time to do activities.
But if you
And if I did, I'd like to do things with the church.
how would your friend describe you?
Shy and quiet, and then they get to know me, and I like to have fun. I like to do fun things. I try not to let people too close to me, because I'm afraid they might get hurt too.
Do you have any social challenges?
Like what?
Like things you have a hard time with? Do you like that with your friends or anything? You said that you have a hard time getting close to people.
I don't want them knowing everything about me.
Do you have any close friends of your family?
No, not really close.
Describe the dynamics of your family within the relationships.
Hmm. Like in how we get along, or
Yeah.
my mom and dad always get along pretty good, but they're worried about me a lot, and I just don't want them to know a lot what's going on, because I didn't want them to worry. I know they love me and I love them, but I don't want them hurt.
You get along with your kids good?
Very good. We love each other very much. We have a lot of fun when we get some time together. We have fun together.
Okay. I'm gonna take a thinking break for a minute or so, and you can just relax, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Okay. So, you said that you wanted to get a job and get a home once you leave your relationship. Well, first of all, I think that you have done a good job of finding a way to get out to come here today, and with the motivation of getting the kids too. So our first plan of action would be to get you out. You said you want it out tonight.
As soon as I can.
And you think that you could get some job training and help finding a house to rent, maybe in 2 weeks or so?
In a few weeks, yeah. Might take longer
We
than
can
that.
do some job training maybe 2 times a week for the next 2 weeks and see where to go from there.
That sounds good.
Okay. And for a job, how long, with some job training, how long do you think in the future, what is your goal date to have a job?
Within a month. If everything works out,
And to have your own home, how long do you think, what's that
As
date?
soon as possible. Also within a month, few weeks.
Well, we've got that. I'll set you up with the shelter for tonight, and we'll have somebody come to your house and pick you and the kids up. Okay?
That sounds really good. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I just can't wait to leave. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you for seeing me today.
Thank you.